How's it going, everyone? It's Sam. I want to tell you about a really interesting stock that I just bought. It's going to be a long-term hold, and I know that I'm telling you about a lot of stocks these days that I've been buying, and they've been new stocks, but this one's one that I think you can hold on to. And of course, I'm not a financial advisor. Do all your own research. But I think this could be one that Ark Invest buys into. And I know I've said that a couple times, but this one, some of the companies that are similar to them, Ark Invest has invested in. So I'll explain it. This has a lot of momentum. This is a company that literally could change the lives of tens of millions of people, hundreds of millions of people. They have a technology, and I'll show it here, but it could be really good for mankind. And I just bought it myself. I took out a pretty good position on it for what I usually invest. And if you want to know exactly how much that is, you can check out the Patreon. And if you want to get this information a little bit earlier, you can check out the Patreon. I'm not trying to hold this until after the market closes. I hadn't even bought it until after the market closed. I was researching it when the market closed. So I'm not trying to do that or anything for you guys. I feel like this is one where even if I heard about it tonight, personally, if I heard about it tonight and then was researching it, and let's say it jumps up 20% in the morning, I'd still probably be buying this one. So I'll explain this stock to you. I'll explain some of the risks. I'll explain what they do. I think it's an interesting one. If you guys don't mind hitting the like button, I appreciate that. Please hit subscribe too. I really appreciate that. If you guys want to join in on the action and get the information a little bit faster, maybe an hour to 2 hours faster, you can check out the link down below to Patreon. I tell them exactly what I buy and sell in real time. And last thing, if you want some free stocks through WeBull, you can definitely check out the link down below. They're giving away for up to $3,700 if you deposit $100. So definitely consider that. It helps me out too. So I appreciate it. They are a sponsor of the channel or an affiliate. So thank you guys, and let's get into it. So the company is DermTech, DMTK. This is a company that someone in my Discord mentioned to me. It kind of gave me a reasoning behind it, what they do, and I was pleasantly surprised it was not another penny stock. Most of the time these days I'm getting just lots of penny stocks thrown my way, but DMTK is about $1 billion, and it's really interesting. So I won't actually play the video here for you just because I don't know if there's music or something, but essentially they are able to send you a little melanoma test kit. So skin cancer is a really big problem in the US, around the world, and basically you see some kind of mole that's a little bit worrisome to you, and then you put a little sticker on it. You then mark up the sticker where your mole actually is. You draw a little line around it, and then you pull it off, and it pulls off a couple layers of the skin, and you do this a couple times and then send it in. You can do this from the comfort of your own home. Usually, as I understand, when you have these, they usually take a little piece of the mole off and cut it out. So I think this is something that a lot of people would prefer, and it gets this care to people that maybe don't have doctors that can look at this stuff right next to them. Maybe they're in a remote location, or maybe they just don't have time. There are a lot of different reasons why someone would do this. Now, they send it in, then they analyze it and get the information back to you. It's a pretty simple process when you actually consider it. But they are owned a lot by institutions. So 43% of the company, it was owned by institutions. And this was as of the end of third quarter. So you can kind of see some of the names on this list. There's Vanguard Group, BlackRock. There are some other big names on here, Northern Trust. And I'm sure that this has gone up recently, but I feel like this is a good sign that there's a lot of institutional ownership. Not too many people know about it at this point. Now, the big news of today, and this is just less than 12 hours ago, it was that the National Comprehensive Cancer Network has recommended DermTech's non-invasive genomic patch testing for melanoma, indicating that there is a uniform NCCN consensus that the intervention is appropriate to help guide biopsy decisions for cutaneous melanoma. So that's pretty good news. I mean, it's sent the stock up about 10%, then it came back down. Now it's back up a little bit. But to see this news come out, the NCCN is big. Now, a couple other important notes. First of all, you can see here that they're actually covered by Medicare. So this is something I believe happened recently. Now, the other interesting thing is that they actually announced an offering recently. They're going to have about $125 million in cash. They're going to have a lot of cash sitting on the sidelines now. So I think that's good for them long term to be able to scale. Now, they have been increasing revenues a lot. They're very expensive though. So third quarter of 2020, they had 1.2 million in revenue, which is a 220% increase. And again, I think it's going to be really important because they're going to be able to increase this pretty quickly with the amount of people that they can help with this. It's just a question of being able to scale up. And if we know anything about 2020 and 2021, people don't care about price to sales ratios right now. They don't care about price to earnings. This would be a nearly 200 price to sales ratio, which is insane. That's very high. But we have to take into account the times that we're living in and how people are investing, and just that, this is a company that should be able to grow over time. Now, earlier I talked about how Ark Invest could buy this. Now, the reason I say that is because they have this slide on DermTech's investor presentation, genomic innovations that are less invasive, more accurate, and less expensive. They have different companies in here. They have different focuses. If you find this list, Exact Sciences and Veracyte are both companies that Ark Invest owns now, and they own a lot. So this is Exact Sciences. They own 466 million in one portfolio, 336 million in another. They're buying anywhere between 5 and 35 million a day in this company. If we go back to the list, then we have Veracyte. This is lucidtracking.com, by the way, that I'm looking at now, but they own a lot of this company too. 242 million, 83 million, 108 million. Again, a lot of money in this company. Now, of course, do your own research. This company is not very large. They're not producing a lot of revenue. It is a riskier play than some people are willing to take, but I really like what they're doing, and I feel like this is a company that over the long term, I could see doing quite well. I mean, I'm not going to throw out a price target, but it's definitely worth investing in, for me at least, because I actually threw a decent amount in here. I bought about $2,000 worth, about 50 shares. So take that into account. My portfolio, I don't really sell too often. I've been buying a lot of stocks, and it's getting harder to cover all of them, so I might have to unload a couple different stocks, but this is a long-term hold for me. Now, I want to hear your thoughts. Let me know, do you like this company? What don't you like about this company? What are you worried about? Again, I think that if we can make money in a company that's doing great things, I think that's awesome. I think that's big. If you guys want to know what I'm buying a little bit faster, if you want to see or hear my thoughts on companies a little bit faster when I throw out information, you can join the Patreon. If you guys don't mind checking out WeBull too, if you really want that, I think that that's a really good trading platform. I buy a lot of stocks on it, so definitely consider that down below. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you want to see the video I did just a few hours ago on a penny stock, last time I checked, it was actually up a good amount since I bought it and talked about it. Yeah, it's up to 17 cents. We bought it at 15 cents. It's got a lot of growth behind it. If you just look here on the 5-day, it went from under a penny and it's up about 2,000%. You can check out this video here on the end screen about it. I just covered it. So definitely consider it. Thank you guys so much. I appreciate it, and I'll see you in this video. Bye.